In the vast grasslands of Kenya's Masai Mara Reserve, an old lion once ruled with unmatched pride. He had become a living legend known far and wide across the region. In his younger days, he would climb the highest rocks, roaring into the wind as a warning to any who threatened his pride. He feared no challenge, from stampeding wildebeest to the mighty buffalo. With strength and grace, he led his pride across the vibrant green plains, a true king in his prime. A long scar stretched down his forehead, a permanent reminder of the giant buffalo he had defeated in its prime. For many years, he was the pride of the Masai Mara, a symbol of strength and survival. Visitors from around the world came hoping to catch even a glimpse of the lion who had become a legend. But time, as it always does, crept in, even for kings. His once powerful legs grew weary, no longer quick or steady. The thick mane that had once crowned him with glory began to thin, revealing dark patches of skin beneath. Younger lions rose to lead, and the old lion quietly stepped aside, choosing solitude over the struggle for dominance. Now, he lives alone along the fringes of the reserve. He no longer roars to claim his place, nor chases prey across the plains. His movements are slow, quiet, a fading echo of the strength he once carried. And each morning, he gazes toward the red-streaked horizon, remembering the days when he reigned over the land. Sometimes, he paces along the fence that separates the wild from nearby farms, hoping to catch a small animal to get through the day. The farmers in the area have become used to his thin, wandering figure. Some days, they see him moving slowly, his eyes tired yet still carrying the quiet dignity of a lion. Though they worry about him, they also respect him. He's a living legend, the old king of the Masai Mara. Now and then, someone leaves meat near the fence for him. He never growls or threatens, just approaches quietly, eats, and then disappears. He seems to understand the gesture, but time wore him down. His health continued to decline, and even finding food became a struggle. One hot afternoon, he hadn't eaten in nearly a week. His stomach was empty, his throat dry, and his legs trembled beneath him. The grassland that was once his stage had turned into a test of survival. Then, in the distance, he spotted a puddle of wet mud near a skinny tree that had somehow survived the heat. He stumbled toward it, hoping to cool down and catch his breath. As he lowered himself into the mud, a heavy sleep took over, as if he hadn't truly rested in years. Hours passed. The sun beat down relentlessly. The puddle dried up, tightening around him. When he woke, hunger tore through him, and his body felt numb. He tried to move, but the mud held him in place, draining what little strength he had left. A weak groan escaped him, lost in the dry wind. In the distance, a few farmers heard the sound and stopped working. Curious and concerned, they followed the noise, sensing something unusual. When they got closer, they were shocked to see the once mighty lion trapped in the mud, barely able to lift his head. At first, they hesitated, nervous about getting too close. But the lion looked broken, not dangerous. He wasn't snarling or thrashing. He just lay there, weak and silent. Moved by what they saw, the three men quickly agreed to help. Using ropes, wooden poles, and all their strength, they tried to free him. The mud clung to his frail body, making the rescue even harder. Their shirts were soaked with sweat, but they didn't stop. This wasn't just any animal. It was a life, and a legendary one at that. Finally, they pulled him free, rolling him onto dry ground. The lion didn't roar or lash out. He just lay there, panting and motionless. The farmers stepped back, unsure what to expect. 5 minutes passed. He didn't move, except for the rise and fall of his chest. The farmers realized he needed more help, so they called the Masai Mara Reserve. 15 minutes later, a vehicle approached. Behind the wheel was Bakari, a ranger who had followed this lion for years. He admired the lion's strength and his spirit. Jumping out of the car, Bakari grabbed a water bottle and a medical kit and rushed to the lion's side. He checked for injuries and sighed with relief. There were no serious wounds, just exhaustion, dehydration, and severe malnutrition. He told the farmers the lion wasn't dying. He just needed time and care. Bakari carefully gave him an injection to support his recovery. Then he asked the others to give the lion space, so he wouldn't feel threatened. The sun was still high in the sky, but they waited. After about 10 minutes, the lion stirred. He raised his head, sniffed the air, and blinked slowly. Bakari felt his pulse and nodded, it was a good sign. Knowing food was the next step, Bakari brought out some meat. He placed it a few meters away, close enough to smell, but not so close as to make the lion anxious. The lion stood slowly, his legs unsteady, and stepped toward it. He took a bite, chewing slowly. His eyes remained watchful, but they softened. The farmer smiled. He was eating. That was enough. He wasn't out of danger yet, but he had a chance. Bakari said he'd report to the conservation team to monitor the lion's recovery. If needed, they could relocate him to a better part of the reserve, closer to water and easier prey. Before the farmers left, they thanked Bakari and promised to let him know if they saw the lion again. The lion, now fed and resting, glanced up at the people around him. There was something in his gaze, deep, understanding, almost human. The golden light of the setting sun hit his back, outlining each dusty strand of fur. Bakari quietly climbed back into his truck, giving the lion space to rest. The farmers walked back to their work, but their thoughts remained with the old king. In the distance, the grasslands turned yellow in the soft evening light. The lion let out a quiet growl, maybe a thank you. Then he slowly walked away from the mud pit that had nearly claimed his life. His steps were shaky, but his spirit pushed him forward. Some tourists passing by saw him and realized the legend of the Masai Mara still walked, older now, but still proud. And so the story began to spread about an old lion, saved by the hands of men. Bakari, driving home, silently hoped to see him again during future patrols. He knew the lion's journey was nearing its end, but also that he still yearned to live free. When night fell, the sound of insects filled the air, and the land grew quiet again. It was as if nature itself allowed the old lion one peaceful night after such a long day. By morning, word had spread. People across the area talked about the brave farmers who saved the lion. Even those who had never seen him felt moved by the story. Some smiled, remembering how carefully he had eaten, like a king who had lost his crown, but not his pride. In the days that followed, Bakari and his team returned often, always bringing food just in case. The lion was rarely seen, but signs of his survival gave them hope. Time never stops, but kindness stays. And in the heart of the Masai Mara, the story of the old lion lives on. It's a story of strength, survival, and a quiet bond between people and the wild. Everyone hopes he lives out the rest of his days in peace, free from hunger, free from fear. And in the heart of the Masai Mara, the old legend still roams, proud and steady, as new generations look on and carry his story forward. What do you think of this story? Let us know in the comments section. I hope you liked this story. Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Also subscribe and press the bell icon to never miss the update from our channel. Thank you.